I'm Scott Al Miller. This is my everyday life living in Leon, Nicaragua. Today, we're in the Barrio of Guadalupe, and a lot of people have asked me for home tours or more information about property and houses and everything. And we're down here. We actually have a house that's just come on the market, and we have an opportunity to bring you guys down and give you a tour of it. So we're going to walk you through the house. We're going to show it to you from the outside. And if you look on a map, we're in Leon, Nicaragua. Guadalupe is the big barrio directly south of El Centro, and it is right in the middle of the cemetery area. I'm actually going to turn a little bit here. This is the wall of the cemetery right here. So we're on one of the streets that goes along the side of the cemetery, which is very, very identifiable, easy to get out onto the main streets. We're close to the gas station. We're close to the Parque Ruben Dario, and it's not very far to get up to El Centro, to the cathedral, and we're going to take you into the house right after the bump. All right, we're out here on the street in front of the house. The space for the house is actually quite large. This is a very large lot. We have this kind of dark red and yellow wall starts right down here, and all of this is part of the house. Now, we're gonna see when we go inside. We're gonna wait for this truck here. Right over here on this side is unfinished. There's a lot of open space, so you could build another building or do a lot of different things over here. And then the completed house, which is a 4-bedroom, is over here on this side. It is not available for rent. It is actually already rented as a call center, but this is available for purchase. The asking price right now is $120,000. Of course, that's negotiable. We're going to bring you inside and show you around this house here in the Barrio of Guadalupe, Leon, Nicaragua. This is the Barrio of Guadalupe on the south side of El Centro. The house we're looking at is on 2nd Avenue Southwest, right to the left to the west of the cemetery. You can see it there. This is the view of the cemetery from the front gate. This house is actually currently rented as a call center, so we're not able to talk or do anything because they were actively taking calls while we were there. So we're going to do a voiceover. We have a nice little outdoor patio out front. This is a large space in a nicely accessible part of the barrio. You definitely should check the map and see how close you are to things. It's very good. The house itself is barred off from this large additional part of the lot. This is all one property. There is loads of open space here, so there's a lot of things you could do, but it's not built up currently. And so they just blocked it off, and it is separate, but it would be one property. You could open it up. Now, there's an enclosed patio here, very popular in this part of the world, and we're showing here, this is an outdoor access to the salon. We're going to explain in a second. This area is meant to be the kitchen and dining room, not huge. And then here is an indoor door to the salon as well. Originally, this probably would have been wide open. That salon or living room, which is we're not going to be able to go in, is now air conditioned and is converted to 3 offices that are quite spacious with lots of room to move around. We have a metal roof, and originally there was some open space up there. They've put a roof over these rooms so that they can air condition them. You can see some of the air duct work for keeping the house breathable from the old style. We're going to look at some of the close-up of some of the others as we come back. Now, this house has been converted for office space, so all these rooms are currently in use. 3 offices per room. There's 4 traditional bedrooms, not including the living room. That's a different space. So here we're showing them. 4 total bedrooms, I think I said. And then there is one of them being used as a laundry and bodega room. We'll just pop in here real quick. So these are not super big. This is about potential. You would want to do a lot of modifications. All of these are air conditioned at this point, though. There's only 1 bathroom. You absolutely will want to add more bathrooms. And there's the 4th room right there. This is where it's walled off from that wooded area. There's currently security as if it's the outside. We're going to go into this area and show it off to you. Now, this space is large and amazing. Really, really cool. There's my wife. Everyone say hi to Dominica. Get in the notes in the comments and say hi to her. This is currently basically an orchard, so you can see, and people come in and grab coconuts and stuff. Like the guys that are there, they're in there grabbing coconuts and mangoes and stuff. This is a beautiful space. You could add an entire second house in here. You could put in a giant pool. You could put in a garage. You could do a lot of things. You could put a business over here. This is, I think, either equal to or larger than the house space. So the house itself, definitely not fancy, and unfortunately we can't show you very much. Over on the left there, the neighbors are required to put in a wall along their property. That's not in there yet. That's one of the reasons that they have all the barbed wire and everything. This area isn't super secure just because it's a wooded area, but you are in the middle of the city. So this is a lot of space for the middle of the city, and you get quite a bit of air there. So here we'll see the rooms again as we walk back through. So again, it's 1 bedroom, then 1 bathroom, then 3 bedrooms, all here on the left. Just a wall on the right. There's a little garden area there. They haven't done anything with it, but you could have a garden there. That's what it's meant for with all the drainage. And then you have the now enclosed salon or living room here on the left. That's why that is a different type of wall. And then here's what would be the kitchen. So you could do a lot here. You could knock out that wall. You could use it as offices. You could make it into a quite large house. You could expand the property. A lot of things you could do. They're asking $120,000 as a starting price. Purchase only, no rent. It's a pretty good neighborhood within the Barrio. So well worth checking out, but an interesting property, and it just went on the market. I actually believe on the day that we're recording this, early in the morning. We got to it rather late in the evening. Now let's go check out what they've done with the traditional ductwork. Here you can see they've cemented that over. This is now sealed off. Those rooms are all air conditioned or prepared for air conditioning now. So if this is something you wanted to do, it's got the old look to it, but it's sealed off. Many people like to have that open. You probably could open it back up. You've got the barred windows there because they treat this as outside. And again, just showing the security because this is treated as an outside open to the outside world space. You're on a pretty quiet street here. It does get some traffic for sure, but that's the cemetery there, and you're extremely close to the university, to Unan. So that's the house. Remember to check out our live stream on today, which should be Thursday in the evening. Great place to jump on, ask questions, and talk with us in real time. You can help support the channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Scott Allen Miller. As always, like, subscribe, tell someone about the show, post on social media, get down in the comments, say hello, ask a question, send in a video question, anything you need to know to contact me or to send in that video question, get in the show notes. I will see all of you in just a few hours on the live stream.